voice is the best thing. Daydreaming of the jazz all day. Pick up the phone late night with Larry K. I know you heard me on the radio flexing. She loved the sound of my voice, it's the best thing. Daydreaming of the jazz all day. Pick up the phone late night with Larry K.
What's going on, Fin Nation? How y'all doing, man? It is another
morning, Your Majesty. It is another beautiful day in Zamunda.
Damn right. It is another beautiful day in Zamunda. Hey, it was a tough loss, but it is what it is, man. And before we get to everybody's thoughts, you know how we do this time around.
The good. The bad. The ugly.
Well, I'll tell you one good. This drink I'm about to have. I'm pouring a little Mai Tai.
Hey, come on, I'll drink with you. We'll have one for Mike, too. I know he's over there celebrating. And my guy, Dolphin here.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Listen, I appreciate the 11th place team in the division coming to pay us a visit. What they're 11th? Yeah, they're 11th place right now. Yeah, they're still 11th place. Yeah, that's right. So, good luck not making the playoffs in Buttfalo. Number Buttfalo, Buttafalo, Buttfalo. Can't spell Mr. Wide Right, Mr. Wildlife, whatever it is. Buffalo, you know it's a third world country, so who gives a fuck about Buffalo? Anyway,
celebrating in the hunt.
You know what I'm saying? That's like a Buffalo. I tell you what, even the Canadians don't go to live there. They just go buy shit and leave their underwears. Probably their dirty underwear probably makes it smell a little bit better too. I do, but hey, Michael K, you realize they're still 11th place in the AFC, right? You still realize that though. So yeah, you're still 11th place, so I don't give a fuck. Anyway, so the bad. Well, let's start with the good, okay? We don't live in Buffalo. That's the good.
That's the good.
Who the fuck wants to live in Buffalo?
That shit is definitely trash up there.
Fuck yeah. We don't live in Buffalo. That's a good, but that's not one of the official goods, but that's one of my good. We don't live in that hellhole shithole. It's called Buffalo. Yeah. But anyway, here's the good. Okay. We still control our own destiny. You know what I mean? We still have, to get to win our games. The other one is Tyreek Hill is not as bad as he thought we are, so we still have a shot at Tyreek Hill. All right. The bad. Play calling. Let's call it for what it is. The play calling was we didn't run enough. We didn't pass. It's like, I don't know. We didn't make the adjustments. Like I said before, this is one of the reasons why I was a big proponent of I understand we have our 1 and 2 guys, but at the end of the day, we need to get the other guys involved because let's face it, the teams are going to try to eliminate Waddle and Hill. So we gotta find ways to win other ways besides Waddle and Hill. You know what I mean? And the offense did not score in the first half. That was the pick six from my man, which I'm glad we signed.
Zach Seiler.
Yep. I mean, there's only so much I know everybody wants to, blame the defense, but at the end of the day, there's only so much the defense could fucking do, bro.
Yeah, those people are bozos. Anybody who blames anybody except Tua or Mike McDaniel are
the
bozos.
only person that shall be blamed on the defense is Bradley Chubb throwing his helmet.
Yeah,
4 points,
that was stupid.
Which we would have won 27-24 if it wasn't for that.
No, nobody.
That's the one person to blame. Nobody else.
Yeah.
that's stupid. He needs, you got to get your emotions in check. You know what I mean? And of course, the ugly. Let's talk about the ugly. Anybody from Buffalo? No, I'm just fucking.
Yeah. My guy Mike.
No, the ugly is, except for my man Tory Day, of course. But no, let's start with giving up 14 points less than 4 minutes. But again, I'm not blaming the defense because again, these motherfuckers did everything they could. You know what I mean? It goes two ways. It goes two ways. Yeah, we gave up those 14 points, but the offense still had a chance to get 3 points, and none of that shit would have mattered. The offense had all we needed to do was either milk the clock or score a field goal, which again, neither was done by the offense. The offense has a hand in that too. I'm not gonna just sit here and blame the defense going 3 and out and allowing them time to score those points as well. So, and of course, Tua taking the sack in the last play instead of throwing the ball or making some kind of attempt. I mean, yeah. That was definitely the ugly. So, I mean, and of course, we have some memes. We have some memes here. Obviously, we've seen Patrick Mahomes this weekend.
God, I hope they lose the Patriots this week. They ruined my Sunday night.
And of course, we're talking about this.
Yep. Terrible.
And finally, this is how I feel. I don't know about you guys, but hey, man, it is what it is. You know, this is still my team. Unfortunately, we can't change. You know, hey, I slept good. I slept good last night, so I don't give a fuck.
That was me today. That picture was me today.
Yeah, for sure. But hey, what's going on, Joseph? What's going on? Oh man, so much pain. Yeah. By the way, we signed who we signed?
Ingram.
I mean, can't have enough enough edge rushers.
I don't know. Melvin Ingram, he had some moments when he was with us last time. See what happens. Maybe he could shake back. Well, anyway, let me give a special shout out to my guy, Larry K. He's sitting somewhere on some emo type of time. Like he took a page out of Greg's book. He's got his hoodie on right now in his room. You know, the only difference is my guy Larry doesn't live with Mom Dukes anymore, so he doesn't have anybody to come check on him regularly. And if you have Larry, if you saw his little video, maybe you go in his comment section real quick, hit him up and make sure he's okay. You know, I gotta make sure Larry's okay, man, because yeah, he's upset, man. He's definitely on some emo type of time. So we got to make sure Larry's okay. Big shout out to Larry K. Hey, but I don't I've been saying it. There's only 3 kind of people you can be as far as I'm concerned right now as a Dolphin fan. You could either be the delusional Tua fan, delusional Tua fanboy. Tua could do no wrong. You still think Tua is the greatest quarterback. He's better than Dan Marino was and all this other jive. You're that guy, and you're not upset about the loss. It happens. Or you're a Larry K type of time, and you could be like, it's over. It's the end of the world. And, you know, this is the same team. You could be that guy. Or you could be, and Larry is kind of a hybrid because he's kind of like me. I already knew Mike McDaniel's trash, man. Mike McDaniel's not that guy. Everybody else calls him McGenius, McThis, McThat. That guy's a bozo. I've been saying it, man. Mike McDaniel's not that guy. And Tua, I've said he's good enough where we could win with him, but everything else has to be perfect or else forget about it.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, we were in that red zone at least 2 or 3 times. I know 2 for sure. Where we're inside the 5-yard line, maybe the 7. Run the ball. Achane was he averaged 6-something yards a carry last night, and Mostert was 4.6 a carry. I mean, we'd get down there and we'd pass the ball 3 times in a row. I don't know what Mike McDaniel, what he's thinking about. Run the ball. I didn't see Jeff Wilson at all last night. I didn't see him on the inactive list either. This guy's put his shoulders down and run the ball type of guy. I mean, we didn't run the ball at all in the end zone, at the end. And you got the guys that want to blame the defense, these Tua fanboys and everybody else, the defense. God damn, the defense. Listen, man, this isn't a drag off from Rocky IV, These are human beings, not machines, man.
Yeah.
They were on the field a lot last night. Every point we got was gift wrapped by the defense. The one they actually scored physically put the 7 on the board. They got the fumble recovery
Special teams
inside the 10-yard line. The damn special teams got the ball inside the 10. I mean, every point was scored, and the defense stopped them countless times. Tyreek Hill went out, who I've been saying is the only true MVP candidate on this team. Period. Blank. That should be proven after last night. He goes out. It's a wrap. This guy, Mike McDaniel, has no contingency plan for if Tyreek Hill goes out. How could you not have a plan? We got other guys. And even when he was out, we're still running the ball effectively. Even Connor Williams missed me with that. He goes out. We got Eichenberg in there. We're still running the ball effectively the entire night. So I don't give a shit about the offensive lineman going. We could still run the ball effectively, And it's just, Tua, man, I mean, you saw it. He couldn't sustain the game-winning drive to save his life. But it's all the defense's fault. Damn, sometimes you got the offense. It has to be something. The defense did everything they could to keep us in the game. We just needed one. At that last drive, I was saying, man, let him score. Let him score. And never mind, again, like I've been saying all season, McDaniels with another, or Tua, whoever you want to blame it on, the delay of game coming close, so they call a timeout, burn a timeout that, we could have used in the end. I'm saying let them score so we have time. We got the ball back with 1 minute and 50 seconds and 1 timeout. That's it. I was celebrating like 1999. Let's see what Tua's all about, man. I was stoked. This is it. This is it. Bright lights. Kansas City went down. Screw Buffalo because they're already, we're not worried about them for a first seed. Kansas City took a loss. Damn, Jacksonville took a loss this weekend. This is it. So the pressure's on. All we got to do is take out the trash with Tennessee. Come on, man, Tennessee. And we killed their run game was non-existent. Derrick Henry, their only true non-existent. I mean, come on, man. And we couldn't do it. Tua couldn't sustain a game-winning drive the entire night. He didn't go up the field one time. He fumbled the ball a couple of times. This is all he did. It is what it is, man. And then they say, well, Tua gets up there and, I don't have many snaps with these guys. That's all on coaching. If that's the truth. Coaching, you got to contemplate the ifs. There should always be. I mean, so I don't know. But I'm not surprised. I'm not hurt about it. It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
We lost. It's the first time some trash this year besides Buffalo. That's another.
Exactly.
And we move forward. We still have the control of our own destiny in the division anyways. We still play. The only difference is when we play Baltimore now, we pretty much just cost ourselves the first seed as far as
man. We sure as Miami Dolphins fans, team, whatever, we sure don't like to make it easier on ourselves. It's now an uphill battle. We got the Jets next week. I've been saying in me and my overreaction on Twitter You follow me? That we're gonna lose to the Jets. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think we should beat the Jets
Oh,
with
man.
10 wins.
And by the way, I want to
Cowboys-
remind the 11th seed. You know what's the 11th seed right now?
The one the Jets smoked. Yeah, them guys.
Yeah, them fuckers. When they won the AFC
Ones that
East,
lost to a 3-win team.
yeah, when they won the AFC East 2 times in a row, the Titans made them their bitch twice.
Yeah.
Remember
True.
that Derrick Henry? Remember to that? Who was that?
Yep.
Josh Norman, that freaking
Yeah.
that stiff arm that was heard around the world.
Yeah, heard
Mhm.
around the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
So it is what it
but
is, man.
man-
Titans beat the shit out of them too. So Greg,
and
whatchamacallit has he has a better record. Who's that? Vrabel has a better record against McDumbass. You know the one that wants the one that loves terrorists. But
See,
that's
this is
another
why you
story.
need the special teams.
crazy.
You know, I can't blame the special teams. Special teams is one of the reasons that we scored one of the touchdowns. I mean, okay, so we got the blocked field goal, okay, but they made up for that. They made up for that. They got the ball back and put us inside the 10-yard line and put us in position to go up. So, I mean, you're talking special teams. Special teams don't have that many plays. You're acting like they had a bunch of big returns. It was one blocked field goal. How many big returns did they have? They didn't. So what do you mean special teams? To me, that's just crazy. There's two people to blame. I'm sorry, unless you didn't really watch the game. There's two people. And if you want to be a jerk off, you could say defense is to blame. The defense did everything they could the entire game.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, come on, man.
The offense, look, the offense had
defense
2
belong.
opportunities to seal the game.
Come on, man.
2
Thank you.
opportunities within the 2 minutes.
Multiple times. It starts with coaching. If we want to just blame somebody, it's Mike McDaniel.
Yeah.
That's ultimately. I'll sit on that and say Tua, because I know Tua is just he's an okay. If everything I've said, if everything's right, we can win with him. So I'll sit little Tua aside and say Mike McDaniel's to blame for the loss. They're not running the ball in the red zone. 0. We were doing that 0 early on, man. We didn't even we threw the ball 3 times in a row with Tyreek not in there. You're throwing fades into the back corner of the end zone with Cedric Wilson. And the one pass to or through to Cedric Wilson was really just a crazy jump ball. You know, it's like, come on, man. You know, there's 2 people to blame, man. Tua, it's his 4th year. Sorry. He should be able to get in there and manage some stuff. Tua and McDaniel. McDaniel first, and McDaniel A1 and Tua B1. Those are the guys to blame for the loss last night. Anything else is just outrageous. And probably Mike K, holding his nuts on the team. He's probably another reason we lost.
Yeah, I mean,
don't forget the other
Adam, what's
don't
up,
forget
bud?
the other dog. Listen, don't forget the other Dolphin fan, the one that's I look, I keep it neutral. When we want, there's plenty of this show. I've been doing the YouTube for years, even before I've been on YouTube for years before I started doing YouTube. And I have never once given all the credit to one person, and I never given all the blame to one person. So at the end of the day, I'm not a Tua fan, but at the same time, I don't, you know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I am never upset primarily because I don't live in that shithole called Buffalo. So
I mean,
let's
going
talk
back-
our first
They got
guest.
2 things to do over there. They go to Niagara Falls or they go to the Buffalo Bills game. That's all they got up there. The weather's trash.
And
It's
they
snowing in
eat
May.
bar food all
Outta
day.
here.
They eat bar food all day. So
Yeah, that's all they got. And you could go watch my guy Tory Day play some music. That's the only other thing you could do with your life up there.
Yo, MCJB, what's going on, my brother?
Hey, I might have to go. My bad, y'all. I'm being quick. I'll come right back. I gotta eat dinner.
Hey, no problem, man.
My
What you
fault
think, man?
about that.
That's all good.
Listen, going back to coaching with McDaniel, Tyreek gets hurt. I mean, where's the in-game adjustments? Where's all these other receivers we have? I mean, we saw the same thing last year with the quarterback situation. Bridgewater goes down, no plans for Skyler, no game plan change. And when Skyler got hurt, no game plan change to Teddy. I mean, McDaniel's got to clean it up, man. I mean, we got all these talented receivers that should be able to step up when a player like that gets hurt.
You got a running game, a
And you got
crazy
a running
good
game.
running game,
Yeah,
and you don't utilize that. I mean, it's just whatever. It's stupid. And the guy who's saying, well, we lost by 1 point. The block field goal matters. Listen, man, there's gonna be times where it happens like that. It's not like we had crazy block punts, crazy stuff happens, man. How often are we kicking field goals? That's just wild for you to say that. I could tell you're probably a Tua fanboy and you're looking for some other buddy to blame besides just putting the blame where it lies, which is strictly on Tua and Mike McDaniel. And you're probably a big supporter of them guys. So I could understand you don't want to say that. We're not doing that, okay? Because if it wasn't for the special teams jumping on that ball and getting us the ball inside the 5-yard line, we'd have never had the chance to be up that 7 points because your hero Tua couldn't drive up the field the entire night, period. The only points that were scored was when it was right down there inside the 10-yard line and our defense put them other ones up. So get out of here with that. It does matter because we've lost by 1 point in the field goal. Get the hell out of here with that. That's it.
Yeah.
Any of you Tua fanboys come up here, I'm cooking you. That's it. You guys don't come with no kind of facts. You always come with emotions. And like this other guy come last week talking about how he played whatever basketball and got concussions. And I don't know about who the hell, what kind of basketball you were playing to get concussions, my guy? How the hell does that even? He comes up here to defend Tua's honor, and that's what he goes to. Get out of here, man. We all watch the same games, okay? It's simple and plain. Now, he has some time to try to show something different. There's still some time, and maybe he'll show up and show out. But as the record stands today, there's yet to be a game when it matters, and there's some contingencies attached to it that he stands up in the paint and shows his MVP that all you guys were claiming early in the season, man.
Yeah, you remember the poem, "The Broken Rose That Bloomed Through the Concrete"?
Yeah, Tupac, the rose that grows through concrete.
Yeah, something special, and we have the rose that bloomed through the concrete. My man, Tory Day.
There he is. There he is.
Buffalo.
That's him. Buffalo. Hold on, Mike K. This is the only shit you got going on in Buffalo, my guy right there. You can go watch him play some music or go to Niagara Falls or go to a Buffalo Bills game.
Oh, man, trust me, when a Buffalo lose to Cowboys like they did in the regular season, like they did in those 2 Super Bowls, you're going to see some Buffalo fans in that jump off that Niagara Falls.
I don't want them to lose. Listen, I've been saying this is what I want to happen. I want it to be the last game. Buffalo needs to win to get in, and we need a reason. I don't want to sit nobody. I was hoping, I was just hoping on a wing and a prayer that it would be, if we win this game, we lock in the number 1 seed, and Buffalo needs to win to get in. So it'll be a real clash. That way, when I'm down there at the game, it'll be a real good game. I mean, but now the chances are slim to, admittedly, bro, they're slim to none. I mean, the division is a wrap. Larry K's, he's living on the edge right now. My guy's really upset.
I'm like
a little bit depressed. He borrowed one of my guys'
It's the job too, man.
Put it on. He's a little upset, but he's bugging. The division is a wrap. That's it. It's a wrap. We got the division on the wraps. No matter what, we lose 2 more and then have to play Buffalo. If it came down to play them we got it. That's easy work.
There's also scenarios out there. That Buffalo game, it doesn't matter who wins. We're gonna have to play them in the playoffs. I've seen scenarios about that. If Buffalo wins, we have to go to Buffalo. If we win, we have to play them. Regardless, at this rate, I think the division comes down to this that final week possibly, because the Bills got the Cowboys, which if the Bills win, they're gonna win the next 2 games, and then we gotta face, if we lose to the Jets, bro, we're in trouble. Hit the panic button, sound the alarm. I don't think we're gonna lose to the Jets.
Listen,
but
man,
if we do lose to the Jets,
you're talking like Larry now. You got to block that shit out of your mind. That's not happening. Listen, we finally fumbled one. We finally fumbled one to a trash team, Greg. Don't talk like that. We're not losing to the
Dolphin
Jets.
PSD kicking in here. It's my Dolphin PDFE. kicking in.
Listen,
It's-
that's
I seen it.
that's
We
the
seen it
Buffalo
last year.
Bills that the Buffalo Bills that whatchamacallit,
that's some stuff that happens. We dropped one. We finally dropped one. The only thing we had holding on was that we hadn't lost to a trash team besides Buffalo all season long.
yeah.
That's over now. But you know,
But like I
everybody
said,
else
it could
has.
be a wake up call. It could
Listen,
be a wake
everybody
up call.
else has. Dallas, who everybody's riding high. Bro, they got smoked by the Arizona Cardinals. Josh Dobbs and the Arizona Cardinals destroyed that shit like 40-0. They just totally dismantled. It wasn't 40-0. I'm exaggerating a little bit. But they destroyed Dallas. Buffalo, we know they lost to a couple of trash teams. Jacksonville, they just lost to a trash team. Kansas City, they lost to a couple of trash teams. You know, so everybody
And
has.
the Bills being one of them.
The Bills being one of them. I'm counting the Bills. And I want to
Yeah.
say the Jets. Was it the Jets gave them a scare if they didn't beat them? But there's
No,
somebody else beat them. Oh, no, Green Bay. Green Bay just went in there.
Green Bay.
Listen, Green Bay, come on. Let's be just Jordan Love and them over there. Jordan Love and company. I mean, are they really contenders? They're not. So when we're saying trash, we're talking about teams that aren't really contenders. And then listen, I'm going to tell you a little story right now. Everybody who thinks the Jets are so, and shout out Larry K if you're watching this, you think because the Jets have beat the Houston Texans? Frauds. This guy, everybody's CJ Stroud, everybody's boosting him up, and he's such a great thing. Oh, yeah, he's throwing the ball to Dell. He's got Tua syndrome. That's it. He was throwing the ball to Dell, and that's it. Dell went out, and what happened? Nothing. He don't got nothing. That's it.
Yeah.
One trick pony. Now, will he get better? Maybe we'll see. But everybody's ready to crown this kid. You guys seem to forget. When Mac Jones' rookie year, all the talking heads were ready to crown Mac Jones as the next great thing in the NFL. Y'all forget. Go back and watch them. Everybody was talking like Mac Jones is the next great thing. Get out of here. Houston ain't all that, man. Listen, they got the new coach. People don't really know his schemes. Get out of here. Dell went down. They went out. Not impressed. Not impressed.
Dude, you're going to get a Dell.
The defense laid an egg. Get out of it. The Jets will ground that shit next week. You'll see. You'll see.
I hope.
We'll ground them. That's it. It's over. We'll shake back with them. That'll be a good jabron. You know, when a boxer loses, they put him back in there with a guy they could beat up real quick to build their confidence back. Look at how our schedule worked out. It's favorable. We're playing the Jets. It's in Miami.
But hey,
I might just go to that game just because. I might be in South Florida next weekend.
Hey, listen. Who knows? Look, at the end of the day, maybe this was a good wake-up call.
Yeah. I mean, Bradley Chubb said they were looking at playoff seeding.
I don't even like to look at that. I don't even like to fuck that wake-up call. We should have already been woken up. You should already know what you got to do. I hate that wake-up call terminology, Shakes, because you need to wake up to know what the ultimate goal is when you're capping the whole season about what the goal is. And anytime someone brings up an MVP, you talk about personal accolades. It's the name on the front. Not you personally, but the team talking when they interview them. It's the name on the front. It's not the name on and the ultimate goal isn't. Hey, they know the goal, so we don't need a wake-up call. You know, you went out there, Mike McDaniel. He let everybody down. He didn't.
But hey, what you call it? Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick said he wished he would have lost that year. They went 18-0. He said he wished hindsight. He said he wished he would have lost the game. That year.
You think so? They can correct the mistakes. They can see how they won. But you know why I don't buy into that, Shakes? Because this team's strengths may not be the other team's strengths. They might have a guy that's really good at doing what he did in order to – who else could they have lost to besides the Giants that had a front line like the Giants? Nobody in the league had a line like the Giants that year.
It's all about – hey, listen, it's all about matchups, man.
Yeah, exactly. Big time. But it's, these guys – Mike McDaniel lost this game. We got better talent. Better.
I agree with you 100% on that.
Yeah, man, it's bad coaching. So we'll see if Mike McDaniel's what the fuck is he going to be able to do? And I'm sorry, my language. What is he going to be able to do that he has? It's the same thing he's done since last year. He's a habitual offender. Larry, shout out you, Mr. State Attorney. You know what a habitual offender is. He's a habitual offender, bro. That's it. when you keep going into these courtrooms for the same charges, you know what these judges do? They get rid of you. That's it. Give this guy like the 3-strike law in California. Get rid of him. This guy does the same thing. You've had the same running game since last year. It's been successful when you use it, and you abandon it when you could use it the most.
Yeah.
He's not a genius. He's a bozo. That's it. What else do you need to see? Anyway, that's my rant.
Hey, listen. At the end of the day, if we end up 9-8, oh yeah, their heads should be rolling.
If we end up 9-8, Larry K's shutting down the channel. You can fucking forget about seeing anybody up here. Shakes, you got to start your own thing after that. Cap, what's up, man?
Cap for life. What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on, fellas? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. And by the way, Cap for Life was the third guest on my show In the Blender, man, which I'm never gonna forget that, my brother. Thank you so much for your support, man, through the years, man. I mean, you know what I mean? When I started this, you the man.
Know how it is, man. We look out for each other, man. We inspire growth, and that's never gonna change, man. Regardless of our opinions, it's all about the logo, bro.
Hell yeah.
Hold up. Someone just said if we go 9-8, if we go 9-8, we're gonna have to burn. Oh, we'll have to bring the pitchforks and torches, man.
If we go 9-8, everybody's coming back, and we're paying everybody.
Bring the pitchforks and torches.
Hey, yo, let me tell a funny story real quick. So, shout out to my guy Dylan, right? So, we were watching the game last night. His parents got their house on the river. It's a nice setup at the garage, and so we lose. Dylan takes it hard. He takes it Larry K hard. You know, he gets all emo on us. And, you know, he's saying that the Lord's name in vain a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
You know, when people get upset. So his mother says, "Not in my house. You never put those two words together in my house." So listen, that's it. The first time it goes by, whatever. But then when we really lose, he you know, again, he's with the borderline blasphemy. And so his mother reminds him. And so at this point, he's irate. He's inconsolable, like Larry K. And she says, you know, again, not in my house. So Dylan takes as far as say, Jesus isn't even real. This is how hard my guy took it. He's ready to give up on his faith and everything.
Damn.
He's ready to give up on his faith. That's it. Larry K, you need to get together with Dylan. I got to hook you guys up on Facebook so you guys can counsel each other to come back to the, you know, you got to come back to the circle, man. You can't just
give up. Shit. There's been times, I ain't gonna lie, I am subscribed to TD. All these people, I unsubscribed to Dougie Do Wrong. I unsubscribed to Dolphins social
Dylan,
media.
look, you ain't the only one that lost it. Dylan's banned from his parents' house. They kicked him out. They told him don't come back. He's got his own place, you know, but they told him that's it. The rest of the season, you're not watching any games over here. Hey, you gotta repent. You gotta repent to go back. That's it. He's banned from his parents' house. You know, it was a big deal, man.
Yeah, man. But no, and I didn't unsubscribe to TD because of something he said. I just didn't want nothing to do with the fucking Dolphins.
Shout out Dylan.
But I'm in a much better place now. Fuck it.
It's one game, bro. I wasn't really that upset about it. Ken Dorsey, he's saying he's tired of hearing Mike McDaniel doesn't adjust. Huge fat out lie. Listen, my brother, denial is not just a river in Egypt.
Yeah.
You know, peace to you and your opinion.
Hey, but you know what? It's funny is, here's the thing about TD. Okay. One thing about TD, one of the reasons I know he's hitting a nerve because they attack TD the person. When you attack the person and not the argument, that means he's telling those facts.
Yeah.
When somebody could get you to a place where you're attacking the person and not the argument he's presenting, that's letting you know right there the things that person is saying is true.
True. That's what a lot
Attack
of these
the argument, not
fanboys
the
do.
person.
Yo, I made a whole video about it. I bring it up all the time, stating that same thing you just said, Shakes. People bring up facts. I mean, and that's all I ask. If you come on here, and I'm talking about social media, never mind this show.
Yeah.
And you're trying to defend Tua's honor. Yo, just talk facts. If someone says what they say, stick to that. And, you don't got to get personal about it. Hey, Mike K, that's a great video. Go enjoy that. Yeah, give that your undivided. Make sure you leave him a comment telling him that we're worried about him over here. And, check in with us and let us know he's okay. And make sure he brings Greg's hoodie back after he's done with his emo.
Yeah. See what happens when the Dolphins lose. I really don't get upset. It's when we lose stupid like last night. When we lose stupid like that's what ticks me off.
Yeah, it is. I agree with you. But this is the thing, Kevin. Listen, it's almost a too little, too late thing. I get it. And we went in there and we went up with those. Listen, I get it. Well, why does why would you wait to that late to just do what's been working the entire season and do what was working last season for you?
Yeah.
Bro, he just does it. Listen, I say it all the time. He outthinks himself, man. He overthinks things. Sometimes you just got to stupefy shit, man. Make it simple. Just do this simple math. 2 + 2 is going to equal 4. Everything doesn't have to be algebra and geometry. Do some simple addition sometimes. We were beating them down with the guys that went out on the offensive line. We were beating them down with the run game. Come on, man. Yeah, game plan. But you wait too long to abandon that. And then when injuries go down, and this is verbatim out of his own mouth, when injuries happen, sometimes you got to. So he was still sticking to the game plan after guys went out. But after the game, he's backtracking, saying, well, guys went out, so, you can't call certain plays. You're still calling the same plays. Come on, man. It's not rocket science.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. For me, it's not. He ain't that guy. Period. We'll see. There's still time left. We'll see. Tua goes out, he don't have no contingency plan. His whole game, his whole playbook is like Water Boy. When what's his name stole Henry Winkler's green playbook and they're playing Ring My Bell in the background. Remember that? And after he took his playbook, he didn't know what the hell was happening. He was just a duck after that. That's Mike McDaniel. That's Mike McDaniel last year when Tua went out. Someone took his playbook, and that's like last night when Tyreek Hill went out. Someone took his playbook. He turns into Henry Winkler, and he's over there stuttering on the sidelines. Get out of here. You got it. If you're supposed to be McGenius, you're supposed to be this great playmaker. You don't have a contingency plan made up for if your best guy last year goes out. Tua, when he went out, our offense was non-existent. It was trash. Last night, Tyreek goes out. You don't have a contingency plan with all these other weapons we have. We got Barrios. Wilson's a good receiver. He's proven that time and again. Jalen Waddle, time and again. And we got Mostert, Wilson, Achane. What are you talking about? You don't have a contingency plan for if Tyreek goes out? Man, our offense was dead when he went out. That's it. There was nothing. You're supposed to have a contingency plan. If this happens, you contemplate the ifs. As a Joe Schmo at home, I know that. But this genius can't figure that out, and you co-sign that? Get out of here. Sorry. You can't make that make sense. Sorry.
And you could say the kind of same. Oh, hey, Kevin, what's going on? Let's welcome Kevin D to the program real quick. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, guys?
But
you hear me?
Before you cook real quick, I just want to point out, And if you look at the same, look what you said about Houston when the game plan went out the window. And look at as much as a genius as Shanahan is, when Debo Samuels goes out,
Tutu or whatever his name is, they had and McCaffrey. Them times
yeah, but
they lost,
still,
they had
man,
a bunch of
a
people
lot of
out.
their games came when Debo Samuels was out of the game. Their losses came.
Now,
They lost to a
listen,
trash team too. They lost to, I
Listen.
forgot what the trash team was, but they lost to a trash ass team.
Now I'm with that, but look at the injuries they had sustained. And I'll give you that, but I'll give you this too. They don't have the depth that we have. We have players, man. We got Barrios can make some plays or
Yeah,
some
but
catches.
that's what I'm saying.
He never
They
gets the
refuse to fucking
opportunity.
use them. That's what pisses me off.
Yes, he don't use them. There's no reps. There's no real-time game reps because McDaniels only draws up plays for Tyreek. Waddle barely gets, man. Waddle don't even get the looks he should get, as far as I'm concerned, personally.
You gotta give it to the guys that can get in the time window. I mean, like Waddle, yeah, Waddle should get more. But Barrios, those guys, they have to fight to get open. And we have Rob Hunt, Connor Williams, who just went out for the season now, Teron Armstead, and the counter to losing these O linemen is to put more tight ends, Alec Ingold on the field, to use the running backs. That doesn't allow a lot of times for 3 wide receivers to be on the field. Barrios or said like that. That's why they're not getting a lot of snaps, because you got to protect.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like I said, when I said game plan, what I was meaning by that is Raheem Mostert is fighting for the most rushing touchdowns in the NFL right now. Achane himself has like 7 in 4 games.
Right.
They typically score their touchdowns when they get down there by running the football. But the Titans, if there's one thing they do well, it's protecting against the run in the red zone and against the goal line. So the game plan seemed to be, well, we know they stop the run and they know we run it, so let's throw it. And that didn't work. So later they changed that up and they ran the ball strength against strength, and they got their points. But to get to the red zone, you have to drive down there. Their only 2 touchdown drives were on a 7-yard drive and a 12-yard drive because the defense gifted them the end zone, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, hold on.
But listen, one thing I could say too, that defensive touchdown was also gifted by the offense, because we. And look, here's the thing. I'm sick of people saying that Eichenberg botched the snap when it was Tua's fault. That snap was botched.
That was Tua.
Remember this. One thing I learned: if it's under center, it's the quarterback's fault. If it's from the shotgun, it's the center's fault. And that play was under center.
100%. Everybody knows it was. And Tua came up there with that lame excuse saying, well, I don't get much snaps from him and all that other old tired-ass excuse. But anyways, I got to straighten out my guy Torrey real quick, because he said, why does Barrios always call a fair catch? Barrios had about 100, close to 100 yards return last night. It's smart. You call a fair catch on a punt when it's a dead issue. But Barrios ain't never been that guy through college or since he's been with us. If he sees a return, he's going to take it. So
it's also about being decisive, which, the Titans showed us the opposite of that when their guy decided to try and grab it last minute. Like, part of what Barrios does when he takes those fair catches is saying, this could get dicey if I try to handle it. Let me just play it safe and give the offense the ball.
Barrios had 4 returns for 99 yards, Torrey. That's pretty good. 24.8 yards per return. That's what it is, man. So I got to straighten out, even though Torrey's my boy, Barrios, that's a hurricane. So I got to support him. He ain't no soft guy. He's not a pie guy, so we ain't going to treat him like that. He does return when he gets the opportunity, and he makes the best of the opportunity. And he's not, he's not turning over the ball too often. But yeah, I'm with you, Kevin. We'll see what happens this week. We got plenty of time to prepare for the Jets. Larry K is an incredibly smart man. Yeah, he said the Bills will win East. You see how he's stroking Larry's ego because Larry said some corny shit like that? Let me tell you something, to a side, Mike K. In the court of law, certain people say certain things. If they're under duress, they won't. They'll be stricken from the record. It doesn't count. And Larry K was in a severe emotional state when he said that. He doesn't mean that from the bottom of his heart. He was lashing out. He was upset, and he was being a little vindictive. You know, he felt betrayed, and that's all that is. He don't believe that. You know, he's in an emo state.
Hey, can I just say something else about adjustments too, real quick?
Sure.
So, you know, a lot of people, they say these things about adjustments like it's just something happened and you adjust and now you roll with that for the game. There's layers to it. It's deeper than that. For example, you know, they were trying to adjust their game plan on offense. Then Tyreek Hill goes out of the game and can barely get back on the field most of the rest of the game. The defense adjusts to that. So now they start taking away the run. All of a sudden, you go from averaging 6 yards a carry to the whole fourth quarter, we averaged 3.8 yards per carry, I think. And we had carries, like 11 carries in the fourth quarter alone. It's a cat and mouse game for 4 quarters long. It's adjustments after adjustments after adjustments. And, you know, they adjusted because they lost Tyreek, but the defense adjusted as well. And then on our side, defensive side of the ball, you know, there's 4 minutes left. We have the lead. You play soft, but Fangio in that situation needs to adjust and realize, okay, this is normally what you do. You play soft, you play prevent, but we don't have Javon Holland. We don't have Jerome Baker. We have Deshaun Elliott playing out of position to cover Holland, and now Brandon Jones or Elijah, what's his name, number 22? I mean, you can't tell me if Derrick Henry's running towards the goal line and you have Elliott or Holland going at him instead of a special teamer, that our odds aren't better of shutting that down.
Yeah, but listen,
it's more than just, you know, it's tougher than just, okay, let's make an adjustment and it's over. Like it's a constant thing.
No, I'm with you, and I understand that it's a constant thing. However, Vic Fangio played press a good amount last night. When it was a third and whatever's in a short situation, we were playing press. We played up, you know. By the end of the game, I'm gonna be honest with you. I stopped. I was saying let them score. So I wasn't even paying attention. I just wanted them to score as quick as possible and to give us a chance to eat the clock up and show that Tua can actually manage the game and, you know, get us in there. Unfortunately, it didn't. And everybody who I was watching with would tell me I'm crazy. Don't let them score. Don't let them score. Because the Dolphins, I know that's how it'll go.
Right.
You'll mess around and hold them, bend but don't break. And then you break at the last second and you leave us with 20 seconds and no time. I was stoked when we got the ball back with 1:50 left and one timeout, and all we had to do was get in field goal range. You couldn't tell me we weren't winning the game.
Yeah, I was right there with you, but then QB1, man, like we have 4 losses this year, and in 3 of the 4 losses, he has 2 turnovers, and then he has the game-ending sack on a 4th down. If you don't convert that fourth down, it's over. You just got to throw that ball up and pray rather than take the sack.
The kid's got no feet, Kev. He can't extend plays. I mean, he's a real, you know, he's got his stuff he could do, but really,
he's good. He's a good quarterback.
Everything has to. He's not that guy. Everything else has to be right for him to.
Right. He's not Tom Brady. He can't will his team to victory.
He's not anybody.
He's spelling it.
That a lot of these fanboys like to put him in the caliber with, and it sickens me when they mention him with Marino. He's not anything like that. He's a Trent Dilfer kind of guy, and I'm questioning mentioning him with Trent Dilfer, because if he can't get us to the promised land with what he has, then he's not even a Trent Dilfer. Let's be honest. He's my guy. But yeah, Greg's not a fanboy like that, though. Greg's a realist. See, and that's the kind of people I like, that you could support him and it's okay. I support him. He's our quarterback. But be honest about it. I mean, it is what it is, you know?
It's tough luck sometimes.
It is tough luck sometimes. Nobody's perfect. Things, you don't get the break. I don't know. I don't know where they are, Mike K, but I'll tell you what. Josh Allen is as much as a choke artist as Tua Tagovailoa. When it's as simple as that. Your guy ain't done much to talk about either, to be honest. I mean, he's been in the league how much longer than Tua? He's gotten you the same places Tua's gotten us, which is no championship. So get out of here.
What is he, 0-7 in overtime games?
The guy never won an overtime
I think
in his
something
life.
like that shit.
He's a choke artist number one. Ryan, what's up, my dude?
I think that's the record, 0-7.
Yeah, he's 0-7. He was 0-6 before the Philly game, so now he's 0-7. The guy's a choke artist. Numero uno.
Hey, when we play Buffalo.
But I'll tell you what, though, at least Josh Allen can run and extend some plays. He'll buy you some time. I'll give him that. The guy will buy you some time before you lose.
Yeah, he'll buy you some time before
before he chokes. Our guy won't even do that. Our guy will just choke. So I'll give you that. At least he'll buy you. He'll make the game a little more interesting before he loses it for you. Our guy can't even do that. So there you go.
Listen,
take that for Christmas.
Saying Josh Allen is better than Tua is like saying Webster is taller than Gary Coleman. It don't mean shit.
Zero.
Listen, when we play Buffalo week 18 for the division, all we gotta do is
paying attention on the phone. I gotta step over here for a second.
Yeah, for sure.
When we play Buffalo week 18, we just gotta make sure the game gets to overtime. It's a guarantee win, possibly. 0-8. Let's make it 0-8. Let's make it 0-8. That'd be great.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I told people last night, like, the loss sucks, but the loss isn't what had me upset. It's the injuries, the pending injury reports of this week, the fact that you saw Xavier Howard get hurt, he came back. You saw Waddle get hurt, but he came back, and they lost Williams for the season. Hill was banged up, and through all of that, you have Tua freaking just hanging Achane and Waddle out to dry, like trying to get them killed. Like, we can afford for that to happen. And that's what scares me, is we're going to go into this Baltimore, Dallas, Buffalo stretch. We're going to possibly have 3 of our 5 best O linemen out. We're going to be playing without Jalen Phillips. Could be without, Jerome Baker. Could be without Tyreek Hill. Like, the injury thing is what's scaring me, because we have depth, but not that much depth.
Yeah, the Tyreek Hill. Look, the only injury that scares me is the Tyreek Hill. The Jerome Baker, Duke Riley has been doing a great job. Van Ginkel has been stepping up for Phillips. So I mean, that's not really worrying me. It's the fact that
it just worries me in terms of
Tyreek is the one that worries me.
Yeah, it worries me in terms of the position it puts us in, because Duke Riley can step in for Baker. I'd say honestly, Riley's played better than Baker.
Yep.
And then you got guys that can step in, but then what if we get to 2 games into the playoffs, we make it that far, and one of those guys goes down? Like, that's what scares me, is having your safeties out and you're playing against these teams that can push the ball down the field, and you don't have any safeties on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Or playing these top tier pass rushes with Connor Williams, Teron Armstead, and Rob Hunt out. Like, it's just getting a little scary.
Now, all I know is we're playing fucking Zach Wilson, so I don't give a fuck about. All we gotta do is run the ball and let Zach Wilson do all the fucking up. We'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. See, what we do is when we're on the 50, our 50, run the ball. Zach Wilson's gonna make a mistake, and then when when we get good field position because their offense fucks up, we'll be in there like swimwear. I don't care about the front four is something scary, but their offense, I will not lose a wink of sleep.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the Jets.
What about their top 5 offense, Michael K? How about their top 5 offense? Yeah.
Tell them. Get them.
If we try to play cute with the Jets and give their defense their offense short field, then yeah, they have a chance. But we don't try to play cute with them offensively, we're fine.
Yeah. We should handle the Jets, hopefully.
For sure. So yeah, I'll take Will Levis. I'll take Will Levis over fucking Zach Wilson any day.
Hold on. Because I've been watching Michael K talk all that jazz about the top 5 defense. What do you think our defense is going to be doing to their offense? Just laying around sleeping? What are you talking about? You act like their defense is just going to shut our offense down, and what the hell is their offense is just going to run rampant over us? Throwing the ball, slinging crazy. That shit you saw against Houston was a facade, my guy. It happens. That's not – the Jets are flying high right now. We're going to ground that ASAP, Rocky, this week. So you can
For real.
That's all you want. Forget about it.
Holy
Just worry about who
shit.
the Bills are playing. Who are the Bills playing? That's what
The
you need to worry
Cowboys.
about. Because our defense is going to be doing the same thing that their defense is going to be doing. The difference is, as much as I don't believe Tua is the next coming of Jesus H. Christ himself, Zach Wilson 100% is not that guy, my guy. So what are you talking about? The Jets defense? Get out of here. Like our defense is just non-existent.
Yeah, our defense was directly responsible for 21 points yesterday, and the Jets can't even score 21. So
and just can't score anything. Our defense, you evidently you didn't watch the game. You didn't watch the game. You know, the same place your defense was against Philly. What happened to that game? In the Philly game, the difference is Philly actually has a decent quarterback, two really good receivers, and a pretty good running back, and ran that down. That's the only difference. But you guys had that under control, on the wraps all night. You know what happened? Josh Allen threw the ball in the dirt about 4 times in a row and kept giving them opportunity after opportunity. Your defense got out there. Your defense got gassed. But you're not man enough to admit that. That's what happened to your defense that night. Same thing that happened to our defense. You can only play so good so much. Everybody's not the no-name defense. Everybody's not the Killer Bees. Everybody's not the 2000 Ravens defense. You know, it is what it is. At some point, your quarterback has to show up and reciprocate the love. Our quarterback failed to do that the entire night. That's it. Our defense showed up the whole night. Yo, we had a 14-point lead with 2 minutes left. What are you talking about? Where was our defense at? Where was that defense last night? Get out of here. That's the hate talk. Come over here and talk regular. To talk with some sense. Because what you're saying makes 0 sense.
He's
our
a Bills
defense
fan.
played lights out all night. That's it. Lights out all night. And then at the end, they got a few lucky breaks. What are you going to do? It happens. Man, we're humans. I said, this ain't the Russian from Rocky IV, bro. We're men, not machines. People get tired. Lucky breaks happen. Our offense let him hang around too long. That's it. Tua had needed one drive. One drive. He needed one drive about 3 different times and couldn't do it. So anybody who says our defense is just wilding out, man, it was the one person to blame, and it's Mike McDaniel. And if you need somebody else to blame, it's Tua Tagovailoa. Get out of here.
yeah, our defense too. A lot of people don't realize this or consider this, but most defenses They rotate a lot of people in and out. They change formations up. We play the same base formation like 90% of the game, and it's 13 players, 11 at a time on the field, and 13 total, accounting for like 98% of our snaps on defense. They get tired. That's what happens when the offense isn't doing their job. They're going to get tired.
Come on, man. There's been a number of years where we had great defense and our offense just can't get a first down. And a number of them years come on the Tua Tagovailoa. It is what it is, man. People could say what they want. I don't care. These fanboys could come on here. The facts, the proof is in the pudding, man. That's it. People can take, that's why I say stats don't show everything. You know, people can say, oh, look, he threw for 200-something yards last night. Who gives a shit, bro? He didn't throw for nothing but some incomplete passes when they mattered. He's not lining up with Waddle. Waddle always does this. Oh, my bad, my bad. It's not your bad. It's his bad. We're watching the game. Stop trying to. There's no accountability for Tua. That's what it is. Everybody coddles him. Everybody wants to take the blame to keep Tua because everybody says, well, he didn't have a coach that backed him, and he didn't have, man, who cares? We're men. Everybody ain't gonna support you. Everybody ain't gonna believe in you. That's it. You gotta believe in yourself, and you gotta show up. And they, you know, shoulders back, chin up, and handle your business. Tua Tagovailoa ain't that guy. Everything else has to be there for him, and then he could get it done. I believe that he could. But if it's not there, it's over. And last night was an testament to that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't care how many yards he threw for. I don't care how many completions he had. There is no excuse for an offense to only score 2 touchdowns, and those 2 touchdowns required them to be placed on the 7 and the 12-yard line. No excuse for that.
No excuse. And see, Color, that's right. Offenses crack defenses eventually. You know why? Because in this day and age, all the rules, all the calls are made to favor the offense. They want more points. It's been like that. Us older guys know we've watched the game change, and that's what it's about. You can't even play defense anymore. Come on, man. So, yeah, eventually they're going to get the, you know, the offense is going to get the heads up. It happens. You know what happens.
Yeah, I think, honestly, with that Bradley Chubb, when he threw his helmet, I think that is the reason you said they can't even play defense. I think that's why he threw his helmet, because if you look, he went in and he grabbed him high, and he kind of let go. I think he was mad that he realized, okay, I'm going high. I don't want to get flagged, and he let go, and then Levis took off.
When if he could have just hit him like he would naturally in that moment could have hit him, it would have been a penalty. He'd have got 15 yards, automatic first down.
For sure.
And these guys can't even play football anymore. You know? It's just crazy, man. But I'm not making excuses for anybody. You know, we'll see what happens. We play the Jets next week. It's a good thing we got a tomato can, excuse me, to beat up on next week, build the confidence back up. And that's
and then
it.
We got the Cowboys after that.
And we got the Cowboys after that. But,
Yes.
you know, who do the
Speaking
Bills
of,
play? Who do the Bills play next week?
They play the Cowboys.
They play the Cowboys. And you're over here shucking and jiving, caping for the Jets. Then you better be worried about them Cowboys. You know, let's see what happens there. Because I'll tell you what, I'll guarantee you we're beating the Jets. Are you going to guarantee you beat the Cowboys? You're definitely a must-win situation. Every game, it means the rest of your season moving forward. We're not in that position. We can stand to lose to the trash Tennessee Titans.
You know why that is? You know why that is?
And still be in the lead for the winning in the division. So get at it.
They said we couldn't beat good teams. We can only beat up on bad teams. But if we didn't beat up on the bad teams and we lost to them like the Bills did, it'd be a whole different standings right now.
A whole different standings. But instead, we're still a few games ahead of them. That's it. They're trash. We'll see what happens this week. We'll see. But I'm going to tell you what, though. I don't believe in Dallas like everybody. I haven't believed in Philadelphia. They've gotten crazy breaks. I don't think Philly, the amount of help they've gotten from the referees this season is just unfathomable. So I don't believe in them. I don't think they're a powerhouse. I don't think Dallas, is really a powerhouse. I know the Bills are trash. Kansas City's obviously painfully struggling. The Baltimore Ravens just had to fight for their lives against the Los Angeles Rams. Okay, the Rams defense isn't the Rams defense of the past few years. That is on a crazy decline. Okay, the Rams ain't nothing to write home about. Baltimore just struggled with them. Really, nobody's really put themselves apart from the rest of the league this season. There's not one team that's ultimately like, oh, watch out for them. Everybody struggled at one point in this season. Nobody's really got their foot on the neck, as far as, so we'll see. But when you're talking about the Jets, Michael K., you better be worried about Dallas. We're beating the Jets. You might want to watch that game. Watch us whoop on the Jets instead of watching your team struggle with Dallas. That might
every
be
week he said the Dolphins were going to lose every week. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, let's we'll wrap this up. I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. This Thursday we're going to be doing the preview game versus the Jets. So
yeah, I do remember that. I did say we should have beat the Titans. You're absolutely right. I said we'd whoop them, and we should have whooped them. Even when we were struggling, we were up 14 with 2 minutes left. We should have whooped them, and we didn't. What are you gonna do?
Hey, wasn't it? Hey, don't you like to reference Vegas? Vegas had us winning by 14 for a reason,
and we were up by 14. We folded. What are you gonna do? And I'm not even saying we. Tua folded. Because even when the defense gave up the points, and even when the defense gave up the second points, we still had every opportunity to win that game. Every opportunity to win that game. And we didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever. So anyway, Shake, sorry to interrupt you.
No, you good, man. Hey, what are your final thoughts? Kevin, any final thoughts, my brother? And I appreciate
just thanks for having me up. I basically came up. I know it sounded like maybe I was arguing or whatever, but I am pretty used to my opinion is typically not the popular opinion, but it also doesn't mean I'm wrong. All off season long, I begged and begged, please don't go for Dalvin Cook, please don't go for Taylor, and look at what our running backs have done. Like, I'm not wrong just because it's unpopular, and I just like to come up, state my case for why I think the way that I think.
Yeah,
that's
for sure,
right,
man.
That's right. Good stuff, Kev.
Greg, and what are your final thoughts?
For the betterment of the team, betterment of the fan base, I have to do it the rest of the season. We're going to lose to the Jets 24-14. It's for the betterment of the team.
Oh, man, mute this fucking guy. What are you? Don't even let him finish. Michael K., come get your stepson.
It's for the betterment of the It's better to be, like Doug says, it's better to be surprised and let down. So I'm going to go with the let down part and hope for a surprise. So
Jesus Christ.
So
I have to do it. It's for the betterment of the team.
Hey, fuck it. Hey, if it's for the betterment of the team, I'll let you fall on that sword.
There is no damn betterment. Look, even Mike thought that was funny. My closing comments is, Greg, I'm crazy disappointed with that final take. You just won scumbag. You just got Scumbag of the Week award with that take, and I'm gonna need you to go get your hoodie back. I know you gave a black hoodie, an all black hoodie for Larry K to wear after the game, so he could be in there, looking just like that. Larry K's looking just like that right now, and I'm
not mad at him as much as I am Larry K saying that Bills are gonna win the division.
Yeah, Larry K's out of control right now. If I was with him, I'd get his shoelaces and his belt and all of that. He can't have nothing. He's, and everybody, Michael K already did it. Go watch Larry K's meltdown video. And please, in the comment section, just tell him that Lucci sent you to check on him to make sure he's okay. Okay. And also make sure you tell him Greg said he needs his emo hoodie back, you know, because we can't have two emo guys at the same time on the show. Me and Shakes are the only ones left that are still, you know.
Yeah, well, we're from Florida, so we're used to it, baby.
Yeah,
we see the sunshine, baby.
Kev, thanks for coming up, man. I appreciate you, and everybody in the comment section for.
So
Michael
with that being
K,
said, man,
as
hey,
annoying as he is, man, he's always here, man. He's one of our best guests. He always keeps some good comments and some good content with us.
I just want to just remind real quick the trophy case. They got the one they've updated the trophy case with the
get out of here. Trash. Been trash as old as he is. That shit been trash your whole life. This guy's pushing 70, and it's been a losing team his whole life. So I understand why he's vindictive like that. God bless him.
Fins up, everybody. We out of here.
Okay.
I know you heard me on the radio flexing. She loved the sound